So many of you may not realize, but you may be a gatekeeper. And by this I mean the crown chakra and how it is a portal to the heavens. So let's talk about the sacred gateway. Perched at the apex of the human form, the crown chakra, known in Sanskrit as Sahasrara, is the final and most ethereal of the seven primary chakras. Its name, meaning thousand petaled, refers to the lotus of infinite beauty and divine wisdom that blooms above the crown of the head. It is the point where the individual soul touches the universal soul, the bridge between temporal and eternal. When the crown chakra is activated and balanced, a portal opens, one that allows communion with the divine, the ancestors, the spiritual guides, other dimensions, and the very higher versions of the self. This video is going to explore the crown chakra and its multi-dimensional aspects. It will delve into its physiological and energetic location, its role as a receiver of dreams, visions, and downloads, and its connection to our ancestry and the broader cosmos. We can examine its symptoms of awakening, its impact on thought, consciousness, and perception, and how it serves as a sacred antenna tuned to the frequency of the heavens. So let's talk about the crown chakra, its structure, its symbolism, and its rich energy. The crown chakra is situated at the very top of the head, aligned with the soft spot found on an infant's skull, which is known as the fontanelle. This is no coincidence because this spot is thought to be the original point of divine entry, the place through which the soul enters the body at birth and exits at death. The Sahasrara is typically visualized as a brilliant violet or pure white light, spinning as a radiant thousand-petaled lotus that opens in full bloom when awakened. In sacred geometry, this chakra aligns with the circle, symbolizing unity, wholeness, and the infinite. The energy of Sahasrara is not localized, but extremely expansive. It spirals outward and upward, creating an energetic field that reaches into the higher dimension, almost like a golden spiral, right? And so these chakras deal with um, intuition because it transcends all of it. It is the seat of higher consciousness, the place of ultimate surrender where the ego dissolves into a universal source. So, how does this divine connection work? Well, the most exalted function of the crown chakra is to facilitate union with the divine. In Hinduism, it is the seat of samadhi, the blissful absorption of the absolute. In Christian mysticism, it aligns with the crown of righteousness and the halo of saints. In Sufism, it resonates with the concept of fana, the annihilation of the self in the love of God. When this chakra is open, one begins to experience life through a divine lens, perceiving all things as interconnected expressions of the greater whole. This is when you let go of ego attachment. This divine connection is often manifested as inner peace, bliss, and a sense of being chosen by the universe, and you're able to detach from worldly suffering. You don't become indifferent, but you instead experience a compassionate release and distance from the drama of form. The ego yields to spirit, and that then bows with intuitive grace. Those with open crown chakras receive visions, divine inspirations, and even direct mystical encounters. They may hear messages, feel celestial presence, or spontaneously weep in moments of silent knowing. But the divine is a living, breathing presence that infuses all of reality. Keep in mind that this can be a portal to the ancestors, the spirit guides, the higher dimensions. One of the lesser discussed yet profound aspects of the crown chakra is its function as a bridge, to ancestral memory and spiritual lineage. Through the Sahasrara, we receive the wisdom and guidance of those who have come before us. The ancestors do not speak in a linear language. They speak in signs and dreams and deep intuition. The crown chakra is a spiritual receiver that tunes into this frequency. And keep in mind, it's not necessarily time-bound in a linear fashion. Indigenous traditions have long honored this crown as a sacred point of contact with the spirit world. In Haitian Vodou, for example, the crown is where the Loa descend and ride the initiate. In African spiritual systems, the head is consecrated and protected as the seat of destiny, the Ori in Yoruba belief. In Eastern mysticism, it is the point of moksha, the soul's liberation. Through the crown chakra, one may access Akashic records, ancestral memories, spirit realms, and interdimensional awareness. Dreams received through this gateway often carry cosmic or symbolic meaning. They are not always logical, but they are always layered with deep significance. I'm sorry I cannot talk today. Divine downloads, visions, and revelations can also come from this place. When Sahasrara is open and active, the soul begins to receive what are known as downloads. These are spontaneous bursts of knowledge, visions, and insight that are not learned but remembered. These downloads may concern one's life purpose, the solution to a problem, a creative new idea, or a message for the collective. Even deja vu is not out of the realm of possibilities. Many mystics, artists, prophets, and visionaries throughout history have described these experiences. For example, Nikola Tesla spoke of receiving entire inventions in flashes of light. The biblical prophets saw visions and spoke the messages of God. Poets and philosophers often describe moments of just pure knowing that arrive unbidden. These are the fruits of an awakened crown. The visions can be vivid and prophetic. They may come in meditation, in dreams, or even spontaneously while walking or doing mundane tasks. This is because the crown is not bound by time or place. It exists outside of the known, and when it opens, the known becomes illuminated from above. What are your symptoms and signs that your crown chakra is awakening? As with all energetic phenomena, the awakening of the crown chakra comes with signs, some beautiful, some bewildering. Common early symptoms include a tingling at the top of the head, often in a circular motion. And I get a lot of this all the time. Pressure or a buzzing sensation, especially during meditation or spiritual practice. A feeling like insects crawling or light electrical pulses on the scalp, another symptom that I tend to get very often. The sensation that a bowl or dome is placed over the head, creating a kind of energetic containment field. You'll have increased vivid dreams or visions. You'll have sudden interest in spiritual teachings and metaphysical knowledge. Your synchronicities and meaningful coincidences will multiply rapidly as you realize that the universe and you are in sync. The crown opens more and more, and they may be disorientation or spaciness or a sense of being not of this world. It's important during these times to ground yourself through the root chakra, anchoring divine energy into the body to prevent any sort of imbalance. The Sahasrara is the bridge between worlds. The Sahasrara is not only a gateway to the heavens, but it is a ladder by which the soul ascends and transcends. It is Jacob's ladder in the book of Genesis. It is the axis mundi, the world tree, the central channel through which all spiritual communication flows. In advanced states of consciousness, individuals have reported traveling through this portal into other worlds, dimensions, or even realms of being. In dream work, astral travel, telepathy, and shamanic journeying, the crown chakra often acts as the launching point. When the consciousness rises from the third eye to the crown and beyond, it can pierce the veil separating the worlds. This is not an act of imagination. It is a realignment of perception, an elevation of vibrational frequency that allows the soul to traverse planes. See, we are spiritual beings having an earthly existence, and you are free when you're activating your crown chakra. You may meet angelic beings, ancestors, higher versions of yourself, light councils, and these communications from many may come through the channel of Sahasrara. And some may dismiss these as hallucinations. Those who experience them know their truth by the transformation they bring. Through thought, enlightenment, and cosmic consciousness, so many things are possible. Remember, with man, many things are not possible. With God, all things are possible. And with the divine mind, you can have a dynamic thought process and a wisdom and sense of awareness because you're connecting to the highest version of yourself. Unlike your analytical mind, you are going to see truths that are too vast for knowledge. Through this chakra, you begin to think not from the ego of fear, but from the soul and spirit. This is the seat of your cosmic consciousness, where one recognizes that they are not separate from the universe, but an extension of it. Thoughts become infused with compassion, detachment, and clarity. Enlightenment is not just lightness, it is the ability to see through the illusions of form and identity. Meditation becomes deeper, mind chatter subsides, the ego's grasp loosens, and a greater self steps into emergence. This is not an erasure of individuality, but a radical expansion of identity where I am becomes I am. Balancing and activating the crown chakra is important as well. To activate and balance this Sahasrara, you must approach with humility, reverence, and patience. Unlike other chakras, the crown cannot be forced open. It blossoms in its own time, like a lotus that opens to the sun only when conditions are right. There are practices that will support the crown chakra being unblocked, like meditation, silent or mantra meditation, where you chant Om or Soham, right? Prayer and contemplation, seeking direct communion with the divine, nature immersion, observing the vastness and interconnectedness of life, fasting or energetic cleansing, lightening the body for spiritual flow, sacred study, reading scriptures or spiritual texts, not for dogmatic reasons, but for enlightenment and pure awakening, creative expression, channeling divine inspiration through art, music, or writing, dream journaling, honoring the visions received during the night. Crystals like amethyst, clear quartz, and selenite can also support a good crown. Aromatherapy with lotus, frankincense, or sandalwood may help as well to elevate your consciousness. Crown opening is often accompanied by kundalini energy rising from the root, so a full chakra alignment is truly key here. Now, what about the crown chakra in the age of awakening? In this time of global transformation, often called the Great Shift, the Awakening, or a Great Turning, the crown chakra plays a pivotal role. More people than ever are having the spontaneous spiritual awakenings. They are hearing inner guidance. They are questioning material reality and sensing a greater purpose that goes beyond what the media tries to feed us. This is no accident. Humanity is undergoing a collective opening of Sahasrara. We are raising the general consciousness, and we're moving from information to wisdom, from competition to unity, from isolation to cosmic kinship. The awakening of the crown is both personal and planetary. Each open crown becomes a beacon of light, anchoring divine frequency on this earth. We are not ascending away from earth, but we are bringing heaven to earth through this flowering of consciousness. This chakra is not reserved for monks or mystics. It belongs to all of us. It is our birthright to know the truth, to know the divine, not just believe, but to truly know, to speak with spirit, to remember who we are, to dream while we are awake. And so in conclusion, this is the thousand-petaled path. The Sahasrara is more than just a chakra. It is a sacred summit in the soul's journey through incarnation. From the root to the crown, we climb the ladder of self, shedding illusion and reclaiming truth. And at the top, we do not disappear. We become light embodied. To live with an open crown is to live as a bridge between ancestors and the future, between heaven and earth, between the visible and the unseen. It is to listen more than speak. It is to trust more than fear. It is to walk with the knowing that you are both particle and wave, star and soil. The thousand-petaled lotus does not bloom in a single day, but with every act of devotion, with every whisper to the divine, it opens one petal more, until one day the light floods in, and everything is changed, and the portal is above you, and the power is within you. Please, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content.